Hi students, I hope you are fine. Welcome to the course English Grammar 2. This is like our level 2. I am very happy that in the list I could see that I have some students from my previous class. I am happy to have them, so we know to each other and you know the way we work. By this time we are going to have like a very different way to work due to our crisis. Anyway, we are going to have like a very interesting materials to work on, and I am going to start like with the class agenda. I am going to introduce myself, I am going to talk to you, second a little bit about the class conditions and about the way we are going to use Zoom and Schoology. This is going to be like a class 0 in which I am going to be giving you like more instructions, okay? Good people, I am going to make a short review on some important highlights from course 1, finally, mostly based on everyday actions and routines, which was like the last topic that you could see, and we are going to have like a revision for a little bit. Okay, well, my name is Jorge. I am going to be your teacher. The idea is that I really love to be in touch with my students, especially in online conditions, right? So I need you to contact me, to be in touch with me, because that is going to be the way in which we are going to have like a really nice class, okay? So, well, we are going to talk a little bit like about the class conditions. Oh, but before, I want to tell you something. This is the classroom language. Perhaps you are going to say, teacher, we are in level 2. Estamos en nivel 2, no entendemos casi inglés. ¿Cómo vamos a comunicarnos? Okay, so the point is that you would give me like your questions in the synchronous classes, such as, teacher, how do you say in English mesa, biblioteca, cámara, whatever the thing you need to say. Good. How do you spell about the writing? Yes, teacher, well, for example, how do you spell your name? My name is Jorge, so I spell like J-O-R-G-E. So, how would you spell your name though? How do you pronounce would be like if we are hesitating about the pronunciation of a word. So how can we get to have like a proper way? There are many tools. I am going to present you like some of them. Remember, it is possible to say, I don't understand. If you feel lost, remember, teacher, I don't understand. Email me, or during the Zoom conference you can say, teacher, I'm sorry, I don't understand, would you please go slowly, or other aspects, or you can tell me, teacher, can you please repeat? Good? Okay, good. Class conditions. Good. What are going to be our class conditions? We are going to work mostly on Schoology. You already know how Schoology works, but with the difference is that all the time, listen to me, all the time, all of the materials are going to be in Schoology, which is our class space, okay? The idea is that our communication should be sent like via Schoology. Well, in the first place, we are going to use like the email before we set all the classroom up. And before I am going to be sending you like some important instructions related to it. Okay, if you have questions, people, please ask me, okay? Don't be afraid of ask all the questions that you need. Por favor, muy importante tener sus preguntas todo el tiempo, and I am going to emphasize on that. The aim of an online course is that we can get to have like a really good communication to each other. We are going to have like a second tool which is called Zoom. This is a space to have online meetings, okay? So the idea is that we are going to be there. You have to be there on time, at all the times, yes. Remember that we are going to take attendance. The first classes will be asynchronous, yes, but what is going to be the first class will be asynchronous. What does this mean? Van a ser diferidas, ¿cierto? Ustedes van a tener que conectarse a la hora de la clase. But all of the other classes you need to connect via Zoom at the exact time as if you were right at the university. Is that clear? Debemos conectarnos en el mismo horario, ¿ok? Y hay asistencia, se va a tomar asistencia, ¿ok? That is very, very important. Good. Okay, well, we are going to talk a little bit about the class methodology. Yes, we are going to have a class divided in 4 moments. Number 1 is going to be like a setup, which is an introduction to the topic. Second is going to be an analysis to say, okay, why is this important, or in what kind of communicative situation I can get to use it. Good. Later, number 3, the students complete a communicative task. Yes, so you need to perform or to work in a situation in which you are going to use the language effectively in some communicative task. How is it going to be? Number 4, you are going to talk about the consciousness. Well, what is it said? It's like an evaluation, right? The students reflect on their process, if you think you learned or if you didn't, okay? Good. Well, okay people, so I am going to come back here a little bit to make like a short revision in which the things that you need to talk about daily routines. That's right. Good. To start with, time expressions. I don't know if yellow can be pretty visible in the can. Perhaps later I'm going to know it. Good. We are going to focus on these 3 expressions like in, on, at. When do you get to use them? How do you use them? You use in for in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but never, never, and something that I forgot here is to say at night, okay? At night is here. I haven't written, I just forgot it, but it's very important that you keep in mind how to use it, okay? Good. Remember that you can say in the week or during the week, like durante la semana. Good. On I use it for days. On Sunday morning, for example, I am recording this video on Monday afternoon before I am uploading it to YouTube. It's very lonely this street. Good. On the weekends, well, perhaps we need to relax on the weekends to pass some time with the family, to pass the time of the quarantine at home. Good. And we use at. We say at night. Good. At 3 p.m. when I am talking about a specific time, remember to be on time to your particular class. Good. At the weekends, at noon or at midday. I don't know if you remember what is noon or midday. Well, I want you to remember that. What is noon? What is midday? Good. Okay. What is the other type of vocabulary that you would regularly use? For example, are the adverbs of frequency. Yes, like what are the actions in which you respond to the question, how often do you, con qué frecuencia haces algo, okay? So, I would say that always would be the most frequent, like siempre, or never, which would be like nunca, okay? So, for example, I always take a shower in the morning, I almost always check my social networks every day. I usually, or I very often, watch movies, go to the cinema. I often or frequently, well, you can see there, like, there is like less frequent until never. We have here sometimes, from time to time, seldom, rarely, or don't often. This would be like not regular at all, good, or never, okay? We are going to be working more on this, well, but anyways, this is like a reminder. Remember that when you are talking about a routine, you need to have some sequencers. For example, to say first, I wake up, second, I take a shower, and third, I brush my teeth. Good. Another thing I do in the morning is, for example, take breakfast. Then I go to the university, or then, in this case, then I start online class. Next, I have lunch. And later, I prepare other online classes or record videos for my students. Good. Before I go to bed, I usually check my email to see if I have some messages from my students. Finally, I go to bed at 11 a.m. Good? 11 p.m. Well, it would be great, but sometimes in quarantine, time can get like a little crazy. Later, expressions for frequency to say how frequent I do an action. For example, every day I take a shower. Every night I go to bed at around 11 p.m. Every Sunday I record videos for my students. Every week I have online classes. Every 2 weeks I go to the doctor. Could be something, yeah. Good. There was something missing here. Oh, yes. Other expressions, which are expressions for frequency. For example, when I say I work all day long, todo el día, all night long, toda la noche. Every other day means like one day yes and one day no, like what we would say here in Medellín, like día de por medio. Good. Once a day, una vez al día, same as twice, or 3 times, or 4 times. For example, once a day I do exercise at home to pass the quarantine. Twice a day I walk my dog for 20 minutes. Good. Remember to include a day, or maybe once a week, or once a year, whatever the moment of the day or of the year you would like to say. Okay, finally, I am going to show you like an example of this routine in which I use all of the words. When you say every morning I wake up at 6 a.m., then I take a shower. After that I have breakfast. I leave home at 6 a.m., then I always go to class. I start classes at 7 a.m. I almost always have lunch at noon. At what time do you have lunch? In the afternoon I relax, read for the bed, and watch television. Finally, I go to bed at 11 p.m. This could be like a perfect example of a routine. Good people, finally, what I want to tell you, well, if you have any questions, this is my email, jcuellar@udmedu.co. It's very important that you would stay safe, stay home, don't go out. We are going to do as teachers like all of the efforts to work from home. I am here like in my own classroom, and well, keep it up. I am going to give you more instructions by tomorrow. Check your emails, stay connected. Bye bye. Talk to you soon.